Welcome to Iconically Iconic.
Hello, babes. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new, welcome. So in today's video, we will be talking about the iconic, fabulous, classic style of Miss Joan Clayton. So let's get into it. Creating a hit TV show is like orchestrating a symphony. Every element has to come together seamlessly. You need a sharp script, a talented cast, and perhaps most crucially, a costume designer with an eye for detail. Someone who understands not just fashion, but how to dress characters in a way that resonates with their personalities, body types, and the essence they bring to the screen. When that magic happens, audiences don't just watch a show, they're inspired by it, craving everything from the character's wardrobe. And that's exactly what we got with Girlfriends and the fabulous style of Joan Clayton. Joan wasn't your typical lawyer confined to dull suits and muted colors. She was a walking testament to the idea that professionalism and personal style are not mutually exclusive. Joan stepped into the office with an audacious flair that turned the hallway into her personal runway and refused to blend in with that crowd. Instead, Joan played by her own rules, blending vibrant colors, bold patterns, and carefully chosen accessories into her everyday looks. While her love life may have been a roller coaster and she may have had her neurotic moments, one thing was always certain: Joan's wardrobe was never anything short of impressive. No matter what was happening in her life, she was always impeccably dressed, a reminder that fashion can be a powerful form of self-expression. What made Joan's style so relatable was how she mixed and matched pieces, often rewearing items in fresh, inventive ways. Something most of us do because, let's face it, we're not all living a celebrity lifestyle with an endless closet. Her fashion was a blend of 2000s trends with her own twist, from bohemian dangle earrings to wide-legged denim paired with heels, a combo that may have been polarizing, although I loved it. But one Joan pulled off effortlessly. She had that rare ability to be both sexy and classy, to wear the clothes rather than letting them wear her. And the fact that many of those pieces came straight from Tracy's own wardrobe added an extra layer of authenticity to Joan's style. The 2000s were a time of eclectic fashion, and Joan was at the forefront of every trend. She rocked the hobo bags with their slouchy, carefree attitude, wide-legged jeans, as I've stated before, that flowed with every confident stride, and cargo pants, my personal favorite, that added a utilitarian edge to her chic ensembles. Joan's wardrobe was a masterclass in mixing high and low fashion. One day she'd be in a perfectly tailored suit that played up her curves, and the next she'd be strutting in casual chic cargos paired with a fitted top. She never met a trend that she couldn't make her own. Long before Birkin bags and Christian Louboutins became status symbols in every celebrity's closet, Joan was already there, pioneering these luxury pieces with effortless grace. She carried her Birkins like they were an extension of her own power, and she shredded in those red-soled Louboutins with the confidence of a woman who knew exactly who she was. And when I tell you Joan worked those Louboutins, baby, she worked them. Joan had an innate ability to elevate any look, whether it was a statement piece or a simple accessory. She wore it with the kind of style that was ahead of its time. Her fashion sense wasn't just about keeping up with the trends, it was about setting them, all while rewriting the rules of what it meant to dress like a lawyer, showing that you could be both professional, daring, polished, yet unpredictable. In Joan's world, fashion was an expression of power, independence, and freedom to be unapologetically fabulous. So let's talk about Joan being the master of color. She effortlessly blended shades that made her golden skin glow. She knew how to play with warm tones like olive greens, rich browns, deep plums, and soft creams, creating a palette that was both sophisticated and flattering. But Joan wasn't one to shy away from a pop of color either. She embraced bold hues, fiery reds, vibrant magentas, striking purple and blues, and radiant yellows and oranges. It added an extra spark to her already magnetic fashion. Her accessories were just as thoughtfully chosen too. Big, oversized hoop earrings framed her face, layered gold bangles jingled with every gesture, and dainty necklaces added a touch of elegance to her looks. And I am still obsessed with Joan's accessories that were actually Tracy's real jewelry. They always elevated her looks, and I loved seeing an attorney wear bold gold jewelry. And then there was her hair. Her hair was just beautiful. Her beautiful natural curls framed her face like a crown. In the 2000s, when straight hair was often the standard of beauty, Joan's natural curls were a breath of fresh air. It was celebrating the beauty of natural hair on screen. Her curls weren't just a hairstyle, they were a statement, adding an extra layer of depth and authenticity to her looks. What I loved so much about her style was that it wasn't about just what looked good, it was about quality as well. She had an eye for well-made pieces, even in her home, the kind that lasts beyond just a single season. You could tell she was someone who shopped with intention, examining threads, feeling fabrics, and selecting pieces that were meant to last. As I tell you guys all the time, when shopping, sometimes it's not about the price point. You have to feel the fabric and see if it's of good quality, because even luxury brands and high price point items can sometimes be made of cheap quality. She wasn't just dressing for the moment, she was curating a wardrobe that would stand the test of time. Every outfit was a testament to her understanding of fashion as both an art and a craft, and it's no wonder she always looked so well put together. Joan wasn't just a character on TV, she was a fashion inspiration. She made you rethink your own wardrobe, encouraging you to try out new looks and push boundaries when it came to fashion. She showed us that you don't have to overdo it to make a fashion statement. Sometimes just the right dress, the perfect pair of heels, or a well-tied head wrap is all it takes to turn heads and leave a lasting impression. And if you want to be extra, you can do that as well. What I loved most about Joan's wardrobe was that although she partook in trends, she molded the trends to fit her personal style, and she could do it all when it came to her fashion. Her jewelry had character and personality just like her. Joan's dresses always had beautiful bold prints and colors like paisley, florals, intricate designs, and her blazers were never boring. They were tailored to perfection. She was feminine and luxurious, and Miss Joan knew how to rock a turtleneck like nobody's business. And I love me a good turtleneck. They always elevate your look, in my opinion. And like I said before, I loved seeing her rock her natural hair in an array of looks that echoed her mother, the Miss Legendary Diana Ross. Joan was a 2000s style icon, thanks to Tracy as well, who we don't speak enough about when it comes to her fashion. She served some of the most memorable looks on TV, and that green dress in season 1 was one of them, as well as the green dress in season 6. Although I'm not really a fan of the cutout as much, she worked that dress. She didn't just wear trends, she set them. Now, even though I wasn't old enough to dress like Joan, my mother and aunts would constantly talk about her wardrobe, and I remember them buying similar earrings, bangles, cargos, and dresses similar to her. She had some of the best looks on TV in the 2000s. While a lot of shows are overhyped when it comes to characters and fashion, I think Girlfriends is underrated when it comes to fashion, considering they didn't have a big budget. Movies, music, and TV has always helped to push fashion trends forward, and this show did just that. especially Joan's character. Even though I had no business watching this show as a preteen, I loved seeing what Joan wore. Even though I am no longer a fan of the show itself in my adult age, the looks that Joan wore are still classic, and she's a character that you can pull some style inspiration from. And with that being said, this video has come to an end. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Also, make sure your notification bells are turned on so that you always know when I upload. And I will catch you guys in the next one.